This is the spot, my son.
Welcome to Writers Room Night. This is the last episode. My favorite one. Woman at the Well. Has a lot of personal meaning.
Shalom, my friend.
I'll be the captain tonight, and we're just gonna watch this and then go right into the
Something
podcast.
my family says. It's
been a day.
greeting of peace.
Last night in Texas, here we go.
Here, I'm afraid. I'm Jacob.
Nasib.
Nasib, I would offer you something to drink, but as you can see, we have just begun work on our well.
We bought this land from the sons of him.
We're live. Feels so good. It's
Can
going.
you believe it?
I believe
Thank
it
you,
every
Honor,
time
record
the princes of this
No, it's
land
good.
cheat another foreigner. You will cost the day you pay that 100 peseta.
Classic
And what do you
EP
think would have
mistake.
been a fair price?
0 peseta.
Here we go.
0 goats.
I
0.
have 12 sons to work the land. Once we strike water,
You will never strike water. Yes, the recent rain makes the land look lush, but the underground river runs around the mountain, not up it.
our God takes care of us.
This is Canaan. The gods are not nice here.
We won't be here that long. We are sojourners.
And what are you looking for?
A land our God promised my grandfather, Abraham.
Your grandfather. You ever notice how the gods are always promising us things, but we never really see them happen?
I like this answer.
Sometimes it takes generations.
So,
You know I don't like it.
So what is this god of yours called in?
El Shaddai.
I've never heard of him.
Not many people have, but I think someday they will.
You have no home?
Glare on.
Where's your temple for this god?
He has no temple.
So where do you worship him?
We have daughters wherever we go.
And you do not carry him with you?
No, there are no carved idols of him.
So he's invisible.
Yes. Well, usually. There was one time he broke my hip.
No, no, no. I've heard
Is
it.
that a story in the Bible?
Of all the gods you
Where
could
Jacob
possibly choose
wrestled
from, you pick
the
an
angel of the
invisible
Lord?
god
okay.
whose promises take generations to come
Never
true.
heard of it.
Who makes you sojourn in strange places, and he broke your hip. That is a strange choice. Immigrants.
We didn't choose him.
We're live, by the way.
Oh,
The Red Sea moment. Everyone make your predictions where Rawson will go on his mission, his service mission. Right here. Where do you think?
if he goes to the same place that he's going
Do you
to.
think Africa? I think he's going to New Zealand or Finland. Oh, this is great. See, the big thing is she's out in the day because it's shame. She doesn't want to be with the other women. Is that what it
She's
is?
in the heat of the day because all the she's judged and ridiculed by the other women.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Because
she's had she's has an affair right now. She's married, but with another person. She's had 5 divorces.
yep.
But that's all of us, man, isn't it? We're all battered and bruised.
And she's a Samaritan.
Which means what?
They're like cousins to the Jews. They believe ish the same thing, but not really. They're like the half chosen people. Got it.
Alright, tonight, what I want you guys to think about is episode 8. Here's the questions. Who were the first that were told about Jesus' birth? Okay, we can answer that. I don't know. Who did he first tell about his ministry? Okay, what were their social status? What do they mean by that?
They were middle class. Like, it was the
So it's the lowest of low.
and then the fisherman, and then he declared himself Messiah to her.
Yeah. But she was the first. That's cool.
Wouldn't it be terrible if you put it all the way down the mountain and break your top? Why have the well so far?
Because they weren't going to build on holy ground.
It's her husband.
The well is holy ground. So that's Jacob's well.
The other thing too, if you guys can think about the characters in this,
You know,
like the disciples, like what do you think
when the
their
door opened, I honestly
Myers-Briggs
hoped it
types
was
are?
a thief or a
Just like
male
call that out,
come to
because we
put me
watched
on
a
the
lot
don't know
of
them very
what
well.
their enneagrams.
Sorry to
You
disappoint
probably
you,
get those
but-
ones. And then if we think their
There's
color
something
code,
I
their
need
love
from you
languages,
first.
what we think their sea, land, and air animals are. And then
closer,
one
kids.
thing in the future when we do each character breakdown, I want to do the strength finders. Here, look at this. I one for you, one for you. This is the strength finders from the
Your hair is
Christian
melted and your
strength.
face is red.
What each of theirs
Why?
were. So if you want to like mark
Why?
or circle like next, does that make
If you
sense?
came back
What you
to
think
with me,
each
you could go to the
apostle or
well
whatever
with
their
the other
strengths
women
were.
in the cool of the
Does that
morning.
make sense?
What's wrong about that? I could go with him if I had stayed with Ramin.
Out with it. How much do you need?
I'm not here for money. I've brought a bill of divorce. All you need to do is sign it.
Only a man can divorce his wife, not the
Moses,
other way
right.
around, Fatina.
Which is why the certificate is in your name, right?
On what grounds am I to divorce you?
I'm living with another man.
So what? That's all you did with me. Live
You
here.
knew why I married you.
Stability. The shrine wore off quick, didn't
The
it?
Pentateuch makes provision for a husband to divorce his wife if she lies with another man.
Listen to you talking about Pentateuch.
What do I have to do? Bring him here?
Yes. I want to see the latest shade of drooling tomcat you put your spell on. Harry. Before he gets bored, like the others.
Will you sign it or not?
Give it here.
What were the woman at the well strengths?
No.
We know her weaknesses, right? Like, why do you think he chose her to be the
Please.
first? There had to have been a strength-based reason.
Remember the falling? You're supposed to fall. Oh, strength base?
He represents the story of Hosea.
You're my property, Fatina. I don't part lightly with my
She
possessions.
represents adulterous Israel.
What's her strength? Was Christ led by strength so often? Was it that she was like,
She can be down and still. Bad things can happen to her.
Restorative.
was she a wooer?
She's a wooer.
Right?
hit him from the red quarter, nearly tripping on his robes.
That Pharisee running?
Restorative.
Somehow I can't see that.
I thought for certain he would trip and fall and I would be arrested.
Oh, your luck, Rivka. Probably would happen, huh?
I thought for certain Lil was gone forever that day.
It's never known.
Always was.
Isn't that cool? He's sitting next to the blind
Anyone
lady.
want any grapes?
I think that's
Pardon me,
sympathetic.
you eat a lot.
Very observant.
Thank you.
What were Matthew's top two strengths? That's another one I want to know.
Matthew,
Matthew's in
you're not behind
science.
iron bars. You're quite handsome.
I agree.
Silent competition.
What's
Analytical.
going on?
Analytical Matthew.
May I help you? We were just on the walk and we heard
Or
voices.
consistency.
And I thought they sounded like,
Mm-hmm.
Look.
but surely not. And yet it is you.
Would you like to come in?
We would never be caught dead in a...
In a what? In a tax collector's house?
Not only that, but with a... Do you know what she
And he... They are...
You seem to be having troubles finding your words, man.
Why does your master eat with tax collectors and sinners? It's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. I must say, I am shocked. She is from the Red Quarter. Much of what is done there cannot even be spoken by my tongue or cross my lips. It is so unholy. The mere mention of it would defile me.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Not him, and the others he works with. They betray our people for money, and they're not even sorry.
If you're so offended, then leave. Let them speak, Andrew.
They've never offered guilt sacrifices in the temple.
What? The priest keeps records. We check them. Tax collectors are not welcome at the temple. We'd like them better if they made the proper sacrifices.
This is not about me. This is about what God wants.
You are forgetting the scroll of Hosea.
Oh.
Go and learn what this means.
He quotes Hosea.
I desire mercy, more than sacrifice.
There are righteous men on the lookout for you, and they are weighing every word you say.
Is that a threat? Please let them know this, Yusuf. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners.
Is everything under control here?
Yes, we were just going on our way, Centurion.
There's Premier Ordiner to you.
Premier Ordiner.
Simon was a command.
You all keep eating. I will talk to this man. Guys?
He's also an activator.
Who?
Simon.
Oh, 100%.
You're making a mistake. You can walk away from this. I made my choice. Look at that room. Other than Rom and Jahaz, whom I know to be law-abiding tax collectors, everyone else in there, the dregs of Capernaum.
Gaius, lower your voice.
The bottom of the barrel.
Germanic, correct? Isn't that what you told Quintus?
Do not change the subject.
Your people surrendered. I'm surrendering too. Your promotion was well earned. You will do well without me. Better, even.
How? You're the one who got me promoted.
That is untrue.
Do not play dumb. You know how this all happened.
You could say thank you.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Well, if you can't say it, then there's something you could do to show it. I'll pay you if necessary.
I do not want your money. What is the favor?
You know what's crazy so far? I've got strategic thinker Matthew on the opposite side, executing Matthew.
I've not rehearsed your speech for me.
Simon. Activator, commander, competition, relationship building. Simon.
I want to honor you
relator.
for the great
Does that make
things
sense?
you
Look
have
at that
done
balance.
here.
Isn't that cool?
Infinitely.
Isn't that cool?
My remarks will be extemporaneous.
Like the triangle
You are one of those rare men who excels in both rehearsed and unrehearsed speech.
What are Nicodemus's?
You are not guilty of bias, are you?
But those are not my words.
Achiever.
Caiaphas said that about
That's
you
true.
at our last Shabbat dinner.
Learner.
He was just flattering.
Nicodemus.
There is no one above the high priest but God.
Learner.
What is he to
communication,
gain from you by flattery? That he has never complimented my cooking.
Developer.
He
Do
was
you
a good
remember at that final
communicator.
dinner when Eliel sang to Havilah? She was glowing, his voice the sweeter for the child in her womb.
Brought tears to my eyes.
That's interesting.
Can you picture
Yes.
Moshe and Gideon?
He
The
just
little chins resting
first
on the
four
table.
you just named all of us.
And you say the Yesher Chayil?
He's all for it, which is like
That's the way
it's why
Shabbat was meant to
he's
be.
very balanced.
Yes.
Family. Knit together around the table. My mother's gilded plates. Your grandmother's candlesticks. She rest in peace.
I do miss her.
And if she could see you now, receiving the highest honor ever bestowed by our order, she would burst with pride.
I remember the inscription she had over the doorway of her room. Adonai El Roy. The Lord, the God who sees me.
That's the words of Hagar.
She always loved that Hagar was caught up in something complicated and fraught, but not of her choice. And yet, God saw her. And he knew that the path she was forced to take would not be an easy one.
When we stumble onto hard
Miss
roads,
Nicodemus.
he finds us and comforts us.
Or does he call us to them?
Persian myrrh and camphor to commemorate our last day in Capernaum.
Our last day.
Nicodemus, I love our life.
As do
Take me back to it.
So, Lot's wife.
I changed my mind. I will prepare my remarks. I will need a moment.
So one of the things I want to break down is their relationship. Like on the episode,
Guys.
just deep dive like what it is about that relationship.
Just a man.
'Cause I think people
waiting to
are
see.
everyone's gonna try to get in a relationship
Get
at
in
some
here.
point in their lives, and that's I want to make that connections. The
We're
difference between
connected, so
theirs
we
and
use them
Simon
well to
Peters
disperse
and
mobs that obstruct
his
traffic.
Edens.
Irregular patrols,
Those two.
mounted officers, with necessary force.
Not enough force. And what use are mounted officers if the people have never seen anyone trampled?
Peter?
Herod's envoy was delayed and was a childhood rival. You were there. I asked Matthew. He said show him some infrastructure plans.
I hope it was effective, Dominus.
Very. Until Silvius was delayed by a stampede on his way out. I had to endure a very smug lecture. Don't let that happen again.
Yes, Peter.
I see you're alone. I assume that means you've found a replacement to watch our little friend.
A new soldier has been trained and installed.
Good.
And I am reviewing applications for a new publicanus for that district.
What district?
The collection district previously assessed by Matthew.
Why are you doing that?
Matthew left. He quit, Dominus.
What do you mean, he quit? Why would you let him quit?
He is a contractor. I had no recourse.
Quit to do what?
He is to become a student.
Of what? Don't make me keep asking questions,
He
Primus.
is to study the Jewish God. He left to follow a holy man, the man from the eastern ghetto. That is all I know.
Oh, I really don't like that man.
Brothers,
Extra food from our Ima.
and she made more. She's convinced we'll starve along the way with 6 days of walking, huh?
3. 3. We're going to run all the way to Jerusalem.
That won't work for Simon. He's a terrible runner.
Yeah, well, I have bad shins.
Or maybe if you didn't get in fight with Abba and Josephat every week.
Easy, boys.
My fighting days are over.
It's like talking
Simon,
about
you seem quiet this morning.
Do you see that?
easy work.
We have a long
Our
journey.
days are over and
Apparently
this
only
is
half
just
as
looked
long
at
as you
like
thought.
I'll explain later.
Like he waited
Yeah.
because he knows a little something
Simon,
more.
what trouble?
Yeah.
Your fighting days
I
are
think
not
just
over.
excited for the trip,
True.
You can tell me the truth.
You're telling me you don't already know what's in my head?
That's a conversation for another time.
Huh.
Now,
I'm the only one among us who's married.
so you think I should have only called single people?
Of course not. And I'm glad you didn't, but Eden will be alone with her Ima.
I'm
The opposite
scared that
problem
things
in
could get
leadership
worse and
of
you
most
wouldn't be
churches
there.
nowadays.
What?
See?
Complete opposite.
That's what I mean. You already know anyway.
Well,
Simon, everyone here knows what you're thinking most of
picked
the
a lot
time. It
of
does not
young
take God's
guys.
wisdom.
Yeah.
I say young, like, this was really revolutionary.
Yeah.
Like, he picked people who were going to be young and spontaneous. And, like, it's great.
Congratulations on your profound contribution. We are forever in your debt.
Praise Adonai.
Praise Adonai.
Sound. While we're just
The ceremony was glorious, teacher. Your acts of faithfulness and discernment
Yes.
continued according to
Yes.
prophecy.
Thank you, Shmuel. I'm grateful for your service as well.
Thank you.
I foresee you will be an important leader in our order for many years to come.
Maybe not just here in Capernaum, Rabbi. Perhaps I will one day teach across Judea. Maybe even in Jerusalem.
Perhaps you will, Shmuel.
It's not such a ridiculous notion, is it, Rabbi? I have studied of your venerated tutelage after all.
No respect.
As your reputation grows, so too do my own prospects.
I think it is perhaps bold to assume outcomes. Our work is for God. He chooses where it takes us.
You're right as always, Rabbi. But under your guidance, I've found a matter of law I'm deeply passionate about. One that resonates with many others, even as far away as Jerusalem.
I'm delighted to hear your fervor, Shmuel. Tell me, what is it you've become so passionate about?
False prophecy. When I heard the man from Nazareth tell the paralytic his sins were forgiven, I thought only God can forgive sins. At that very moment, he turned to me and recited my thoughts as if reading them from a scroll.
That's good.
I felt the same. Did he use divination? I wonder. But it's obvious. Of course I would think this thought. He called himself the Son of Man, as if from the prophet Daniel, here, in the town of my order.
He came from Nazareth, not heaven.
To him was given dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him.
Simply a man. I don't understand it anymore.
His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. The man claimed to be God, and you said nothing. I will petition Jerusalem, requesting permission to search the archives for all matters pertaining to such false prophecy. Will you oppose my petition, Rabbi? The question on the mind of every man who reads my account will have to be, what did Nicodemus do?
Isn't that funny? He uses
Sure.
absolutes.
It's all about
every
politics and
Shmuel's like the
promotion.
teacher's pet without having a teacher.
It's not to serve
On the
God.
contrary, teacher, it's about the law.
It's like a
And the law
kiss ass without having
is
an ass to
God.
kiss.
And the law is God.
If I
He's
am
like,
rewarded for that, it's because I learned from the very wisest.
I will not oppose your petition. And Shmuel, you have learned nothing from me.
You just say you've met nothing.
You've learned nothing from me.
Where is Simon? Can't he build us a fire? He's awake. Fishing? No, something else. Lie still.
Eden.
Jesus? I wasn't expecting you here.
People usually aren't.
Can I get you something warm to drink? I was just stoking the fire.
You saw it first, you know.
What do you mean?
What I see in Simon. You were the first person to notice when no one else did. That connects us.
My mother said I was drawn to his wildness, and that I would regret it. I wonder what she will say now.
We're going into town to sell these nets. We'll be right back.
Stay here a moment, Simon.
I just wanted to leave some extra money behind for Eden and Nima while I'm away.
Put your nets down and go sit with your mother-in-law.
Don't worry about the fishes. Don't worry about the money. Over and over and over again.
Andrew, he just does it immediately. And Simon, ever apprehensive.
I told Simon to make sacrifices and leave things behind in order to follow me. You are one flesh with Simon. He cannot make sacrifices that are not also yours. You have a role to play in all of this.
Do I?
Agreed.
You will know in time. I can't make everything about this easier for you.
That wouldn't be our people's way.
No, it has not been. Nor will it continue to be. But I see you. You understand? I know it is not easy to be at home when your husband is out doing all of this. Even when you are excited about it and proud of him. So, I wouldn't ask you to do this without taking care of a few things.
You mean?
Plus, normal Simon is difficult enough. You think I want to travel with a worried Simon?
No.
No, I do not.
So good. Look how much she's like loves him.
I feel respect. Her forehead burns my hand to the touch.
We should get a doctor. There is no need.
That's funny, Andrew. Like, we should get a doctor. That's one of the first lines I've heard from Andrew. It's like, dude, you know who you're with?
Who are you?
This is Jesus of Nazareth.
You've never met him before.
Welcome to my son-in-law's home.
Thank you.
What am I doing lying here?
You had a terrible fever.
And all of you staring down.
Dasha, don't.
Not one move. I'll be right back with some drinks.
Who does that remind you of? Reminds me of my grandma Clark.
And here, that's what it's fine.
Yeah, kind of does.
Yawning.
What are Andrew's strengths on this?
Goat cheese. Does your friend like goat cheese?
Yes, I love goat cheese.
Responsibility, discipline, belief.
He is disciplined.
Goat cheese.
He also feels like he's a harmonious guy. He's good at that, and he has a lot of empathy.
Obeying and following him.
But he's not super influencing or strategic thinking. He's mostly just that side. And so who's his other side? It's true. You or PB, what's his face, the wine cat man. Thomas.
Two shekels. Beautiful silver Phoenicia. You want some? Yeah.
Don't serve your kind here.
And what kind is that?
I know what you are.
How do you tell?
Well, lucky for you,
It's a small city.
I can serve myself.
You know, to stop me, you'd have to look at me.
Take down this decree in Aramaic, Latin, and Greek, so no one can plead ignorance. By order of Rome and punishable by detention and imprisonment, religious gatherings outside the synagogue and Hebrew school are strictly prohibited. The teacher known as Jesus of Nazareth is sought for questioning.
Next season we get to know a little better. I want to know Mary's too. Like break down Mary's. What are Mary's? She's an intruder. Don't you feel that?
Yeah.
She looks super positive too.
I was gonna say positive too.
She's a learner.
I love Simon. Simon's my favorite.
He's my favorite apostle.
It's either him or
Ever.
She's also restorative. Would you say Mary's restorative?
Yes. Wait, look. Here it is.
Here we go. Oh, this part.
Should be everyone.
Wait, everyone's here?
Yes, this is all of us.
I like how he says it out loud.
Is there anyone else?
Do you think he considered going?
That's what he said. Is there anyone else?
What is that? I don't know. Let's find out. Gold. A friend of mine left that for us.
It's enough for 2 weeks of food and lodging.
Matthew.
That's
Wait,
Nicodemus.
did you see that?
Yeah,
You came so close.
he came so close.
What do you mean?
Meet the gopher to make it to a camp
He
and
knows
pay
that.
bears by nightfall.
Yeah.
Oh, he hurts for him.
Simon's correct. Let's go.
You gonna wear that? On a trip.
These are my clothes. Should I have others?
So impatient.
Matthew's bad. I don't want to get.
Hello?
Elisheva, who is it?
Roman.
What's wrong? What happened? What did it mean? Follow me. That is all he said. Matthew did not hesitate. Follow him where?
Who are those guys?
Matthew's parents.
I'm sure he will come to his senses.
His senses. Do you know my son?
Do you? At the moment, he believes this man to be a prophet.
The man that healed the paralytic at Zebedee's house.
I would be careful with that word, healed. We do not know what sort of trickery or illusion may have been involved.
Matthew has no interest in illusion.
Nor in your God. Or so I thought.
Matthew upended his life to be with you. His wicked life.
He does not make decisions lightly.
That is true.
When I saw him 2 days ago, he did not seem himself. But I never would have guessed that he was preparing for this.
He asked me to deliver to you some of his personal effects.
An eye in heaven.
The key to his house.
Luxury bought off the backs of our people. I will not accept.
He suspected as much. Sell it. Give it away, burn it down. I do not care. Don't burn it down. The other is just outside.
Hey, are you ready with your questions?
Matthew.
He leaves with the dog.
What? You're in charge of the questions, okay? You're gonna answer Dad my questions, okay?
Matthew said thieves forced you to close your business.
Yes.
And you've been taking long journeys for your business.
Yes. I have all my permits.
Don't you get it? The roads are dangerous. Your wife is left for long periods of time alone.
Yeah.
People with bad intentions hate him.
How does it work?
One last thing. If you hear from him or receive any word of his whereabouts, contact me immediately.
Is he wanted?
Not officially. But if Jesus of Nazareth returns to Capernaum, Peter would like to question him. And it would be in everyone's best interest if you contact me.
And Jesus knows that.
We understand.
Yeah.
Well, he knows everything.
Well, God
Just
knows
want
it.
you to-
He's just following God.
He's just like, wait.
Well, I know some people that were mildly fond of your son.
For a German to say that?
Two German Romans.
Why don't you like the dog?
Hungry? Almost there.
Weird. Oh, it's good conversation.
What city is that?
Jezreel, the southernmost town in Galilee. From there we veer east to the Jordan River.
Rabbi, where are you going? Do you need something? This way, friends.
The map shows that Jezreel is 2 miles southeast of here, and is met by a road east of the Jordan. We need to adjust our course 30 degrees.
We're not going to the Jordan. We're going through Samaria. Are you telling a joke? There's a place that I want to stop. Plus, it makes our journey shorter by almost half.
Our odds of violent attack more likely by double.
Is that an exact figure?
Forgive me, teacher, but it's safer to go around Samaria by way of the Jordan than at the Decapolis.
Would you join me for safety reasons?
But Rabbi,
We're Samaritans. Good observation, Big James. What's your point?
Rabbi, these were the people that profaned our temple with the dead bones. They hated
They
us.
fought against us with the Seleucids in the Maccabean Wars. I've even spoken to a Samaritan.
And we destroyed their temple 100 years ago. And none of you here were present for any of these things. Listen, if we're going to have a question and answer session every time we do something you're not used to,
I love this.
it's going to be a very annoying time together for all of us.
Trust.
We'll be fine. And if we get attacked, Simon will be happy to show us what to do.
Absolutely.
So follow me.
I love that. If it's going to be a Q&A every time, it's going to be a very annoying trip.
Gotta trust. Okay, you were talking about Mike, right? We're talking about Mike.
Yeah, okay, I'm talking in the mic, I'm feeling real nice, I'm riding a bike, and I'm... Wait, do you want me to keep talking?
No, that's good.
Yeah, I can talk in the mic. If you want me to do a little bit more, so you just tell me where to go. Let's go right now?
use bread last night. Esther, we need to go into town for food.
We can use the gold left for us at the fountain.
Very well.
There's a town about a mile west. Sikar.
You all go. I'll wait here.
Someone should stay with you. In case.
I'm all right.
Again.
Meet me at that well when you come back.
He's like, I'm good.
It's like, bruh.
I just told you guys. This is the coolest.
Because on Hosea, the whole story is about Hosea's wife being an adulterer and leaving. And she's sleeping with everybody.
Will you start with that story?
But Hosea loves her so much that he won't let her go.
And how does that connect again? That's the well of Hosea or something?
That's the well of Jacob, but this is adulterous. Like, she represents adulterous Israel, and he's coming as the bridegroom to bring her back.
That's cool. Cool, he was waiting for her. It's like remember at the beginning, Mary at the bar?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was probably there before she even got there, if you think about it, right?
Give me a drink? Did you hear me?
That's bad, huh?
What?
You, would you? Ask for a drink from me, a Samaritan? And a woman?
I'm sorry. I should have said please.
You know, it's not safe for you to be alone out here.
Nor you. Why haven't you come with others? Why so late in the day? Don't women come to the wells in the cool of the morning?
Yeah, well, none of them will be seen with me, so I have to come with you. In the heat, as you would so kindly reminded me.
Why won't they be seen with you?
Long story.
I'd still like a drink of water if you can spare it.
Have you seen what a parched throat will do? Aren't I unclean to you? Won't you be defiled by this vessel?
Maybe some of my people say that about your women, but I don't.
Yeah? What do you say?
I say if you knew who I am, you'd be asking me for a drink.
Really?
And I would give you living water.
Would. Except that you have nothing to draw water with, and this is a deep well. Besides, what do you need from me if you have your own supply of living water?
Long story.
But Jewish water is better than Samaritan water.
That's not what I
Are
said.
you a better man than our ancestor Jacob, who dug this well? Your water is better than his.
I know Jacob.
I know Jacob.
And everyone who drinks this water will thirst again. But whoever drinks the water that I give him will never be thirsty again.
Wouldn't that be nice?
The water I give will become in a person a spring of water welling up to eternal life.
Really?
Yes, really.
Prove it.
First, go and call your husband and come back. I will show you both.
I don't have a husband.
You are right. You've had 5 husbands. And the man you're living with now is not your husband.
I see. You're a prophet. You're here to preach at me.
No.
Usually the one good thing about coming here alone is I can escape being condemned.
I'm not here to condemn you.
I've made mistakes. Too many. But it's men like you who have made it impossible for me to do anything about it.
How?
Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain. But you Jews insist Jerusalem is the only place for true worship.
They say that because the temple is there.
Exactly where we're not allowed.
I'm here to break those barriers. And the time is coming when neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem will you worship the Father.
So, where am I supposed to go when I need God? I've never received anything from God, but I couldn't thank him even if I did.
Anywhere. God is spirit. And the time is coming and is now here. That it won't matter where you worship, but only that you do it in spirit and truth. Heart and mind. That is the kind of worshiper he's looking for. It won't matter where you're from or what you've done. Do you believe what I'm telling you?
Until the Messiah comes and explains everything and sorts this mess out, including me, I don't trust in anyone.
You're wrong when you say that you've never received anything from God. This Messiah you speak of, I am he. The first one was named Ramin. You were a woman of purity who was excited to be married, but he wasn't a good man. He hurt you, and it made you question marriage, and even the practice of your faith.
Stop it.
The second was Farzad. On your wedding night, his skin smelled like oranges. And to this day, every time you pass by the oranges in the market, you feel guilty for leaving him. Because he was the only truly godly man you've been with. But you felt unworthy.
Why are you doing this?
I have not revealed myself to the public as the Messiah. You are the first. It would be good if you believed me.
You picked the wrong person.
I came to Samaria just to meet you. Do you think it's an accident that I'm here in the middle of the day?
I am rejected by others.
I know. But not by the Messiah.
And you know these things because you are the Christ. I'm going to tell everyone.
I was counting on it.
Spirit and truth.
Spirit and truth.
It won't be all about mountains or temples.
Soon, just the heart.
You promise?
I promise.
This man told me everything I've done. Oh, he must be the Christ!
Rabbi, we got food. What would you like?
Ah. I have food to eat that you do not know about. Who got you food?
Wait a minute. You told her? And she can tell others?
What food? My food is to do the will of him who sent me. And to accomplish his work.
You told her where you are? So does that mean?
It means we're going to stay here a couple of days. It's been a long time of sowing, but the fields are ripe for harvest.
And so it's time.
Let's go.
Yes!
Oh, and he's like, yes! I love that hug. It's like,
Throw me like a stone in the water, watch the mud rise up. Dress me like a lamb for the slaughter, pour me in your cup. Should've known we'd bring trouble, trouble could find you here. trouble.
All right, boys. We did it. Riders Room Night's over. 6 weeks. We did it. All right, here we go. The official episode of People Must Know.
All right, so are we
Season 1, episode 8 starts now.
Wow.
This is it.
What a journey.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Braddock, what did you learn during these 6 weeks?
A lot about technology, if I'm being completely honest. I've been back there. Oh.
Everybody, this is EP.
This is our EP, Braddock. We brought him on tonight because I'm gonna cry. Man, dude, it's like this kid, we're teaching him, the Lord is teaching him how to spread the gospel when he goes on a mission in what, 4 years?
Yeah, if y'all could
Think about it.
If y'all could just see the computer
That's
right
true.
there, you
Right?
understand.
The technology. This is how we're going to share light.
That's true.
It'll
In
be
fact-
through media.
In fact, I was talking to some missionaries, and they said that they were told by their mission president that all their videos and everything that they're doing needs to be edited by members, and they don't have anybody in this area to do that for them. And so they're looking for somebody. So, this little light of mine, I'm
gonna let it shine.
Okay, so there you go,
This
Braddock.
little light of mine.
You're our little light.
Yay.
EP.
Big light, man.
Man, that was that episode's
episode.
draining.
Oh.
And but here's the thing, like, I'm excited to start watching season 2.
I'm so excited.
You know, I've never seen season 2.
You haven't seen
To
season
be
1
honest,
come
I've
out.
only watched the first episode of season 1 and the last episode of season 1. I never watched any in between. So watching from the computer screen and having.
What were your favorite moments of the? Let's just talk. Like, give me like a like 2 roses. Like, just top of mind favorite moments of the entire season.
Jesus with Nicodemus.
Okay. Episode
And-
7. That was very good. You guys can watch that on our channel. Jared led that yesterday, and it was so good.
Thanks.
And probably when he was talking to Simon about him being like a protector and stuff, and being like, do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
absolutely.
That one conversation.
Yeah, that happened in episode 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What were your favorite? Do you have any memorable moments from the podcast itself that, like, whether it was something your dad said or I said or something that happened that, like, you'll remember? And then I'll ask the same question to you, Jared. Kind of a reflection, and we'll deep dive episode 8.
God, I think Jared should go first.
Jared, what are your
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get over my son calling me by my first name. And it's like not even the first name that I really enjoy.
He said Jared, so I
that
just,
was weird.
just thought I'd give it a shot.
Okay, I would say probably
that moment.
I'll give you 3.
Okay, give me 3.
I'm gonna say the episode 3 with the children.
That was
one that I really enjoyed.
Go back and watch that. We brought on who? We brought on Gates.
Gates and Finley.
Yep, and then it was the 2 of us.
In the writers' room, we also had AJ in it.
That's right.
So that was really great.
There's a couple comments Gates said that were so inspired.
Mhm.
Go back and watch episode 3, especially with your kids. That's a good one if you're watching this and you want to go watch something with your kids. I would highly recommend watching. You can go on our Facebook feed or live podcast therapy channel on YouTube and just go to episode 3. Watch the writers' room where we watch the show, and then you can watch the actual podcast. Both of them will be on there.
Yeah.
So episode 3. Where's it going?
I think the interaction between you and I in episode 6. I think that was probably my other one where, like, you know, it almost there comes a point in time, I think, whenever in any ministry where you fake it till you make it.
Yep.
And then I think that was our moment.
That was it.
That was our moment where
Agreed.
Where it was real spirit filled and the ministry became a reality.
What I loved about that is, like, and it's happened a couple times, but that was like, whoa. It was like real. And we started sharing, and you opened up about your life, and you got to a level like past the pain, past the hurt, and you got even a step deeper. And it, like, I mean, you talked about something connected with you that episode, and you could feel it, and like rewatching that episode, it was on my Instagram feed. You can follow that at Jason Alexander Clark to see that, or on the Live Podcast Therapy channel, or on both of our Facebook feeds.
Or later on, just re-listen to it on Apple and
Spotify. We're gonna have our producer Ash edit these, right? We're gonna drop off all the memory chips and all the recorded stuff, and we're gonna just drop that season, like it's gonna be sweet.
I'm
good.
hoping-
I
and
thought
I'm
you were
hoping
about to say
soon.
me.
No.
I'm hoping sooner than later, Ash. So.
Yeah, we're in need
Help
of.
us, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
But I love that episode. It was just like, it was so real, and I think if you go do rewatch that, I think you'll relate to a lot of what Jared said, because we're all really most of the problems we're going through are problems everyone's going through.
Sure.
There's no new really problems.
No, there's no such thing as new problems.
There
I
are.
think they're packaged differently.
That's right.
How about you, Jason? What are your two?
I love just being able to share the miracle of me getting here. And like, shout out to Ashley Mitchell, shout out to God and her and Greg, her ex. Just like, I didn't have anything, and it was like it was my Red Sea moment. I think Dallas talks about his 3 Red Sea moments leading up to The Chosen, or in The Chosen, and it was like they needed a set on one, and they wanted the set in Utah from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and like they got a no initially, and his wife kept saying like, just trust in the Red Sea moment.
Yep.
And that to me was this. It was like, I knew I had been called to come down here to do this. I didn't know how. I was tired. And it was like, you've got to go. So I packed 3 bags, podcast stuff, my clothes, and then something else. I was like, I got no money. I got to sneak through Allegiant because I know they'll charge you to pee. If your bladder's full, they charge you. That's a joke, Braddock.
No, I mean,
kind of. I mean, we float on Spirit, which is basically the same thing.
No, seriously. But like, just sharing that, and just that was a miracle for me to get here and to have someone there. And we'll have to put that when producer Ash does like edit these, I actually have footage of that so they can see, not just hear, they can see the miracle that happened leading up to this podcast.
And I've watched that. I've watched that.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize whenever I drove up to pick you up just how much of an angel Ashley Mitchell has been for this podcast. So thank you, Ashley, very much.
Really, that's real.
Mm-hmm.
So that was number 1, and then number 2, I don't know, just Braddock being here, like, and what you just said about them needing editors.
Yeah.
Like, I felt a couple times like, this isn't for Jared and I. This is a way for his kids to learn how to create and share light. And each of your kids have been involved in this. Every single one of them.
Even Holland.
Who's
4 years old, and she's very temperamental. She's actually a little hurricane.
She is.
Right, even when she's sleeping, she's a Category 1.
Yeah, you could hear in a couple of the episodes.
Yeah.
Crying. But I think it's so cool. Like, we think so much like podcasts. Oh, I want to start a podcast, and oh, I want to be so big and cool. But it's like Christ works one by one, and you think of how many ones in your family and in my personal life. Like, he taught and led like 8 ones.
Yep.
He leveled up 8 ones, and I would say he leveled up 10 ones. I leveled up, you leveled up, and so it's like, if only 10 people were affected by this, it's been a success.
I guess I don't even know how podcasts. This is my ignorance. I used to then I'm like, do people like I guess other than like Joe Rogan is like the only podcast I know.
Yeah.
That I'm like, he makes money, I'm sure, because he's like really famous. But like, do people make money on podcasts? Like, I don't know. I'm just doing it because I hope that somebody one day will stumble on it and they'll get to know Christ a little better.
That's it. That's our goal. We want people to help understand themselves better through Christ. And we've both felt that this Christ that they do show in The Chosen, he's very relatable.
And
right?
well, he's the one I recognize.
That's it.
Whenever I think about my relationship with him, this is the closest that I have seen communicated on screen to equal who I know. And when I say equal, please understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think Jonathan would say the same thing. Like, he's doing his best to demonstrate as well as he can.
Yep.
what his relationship with Christ is, and it translates for me.
Yep.
It translates because my relationship with Jesus is very. I feel it, I hope it's deep.
Yep.
And
it is.
And Jesus is sometimes salty with me, and I'm okay with that because he's real.
Yep.
He's real. He's not
your brother.
Yeah. He's very real.
Yep. And guess what? This town you live in, it says Seguin. It's real. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's on the water tower.
It is on the water tower. You're right. I got my. You're right. Well,
Brad still got us 3. Let's hear 'em.
Yeah, what are they?
Okay. The one with Gabby.
Yep.
Okay, Gabby and Knox. So that's episode 2.
2. Yep. That was good.
The one that you were talking about, like delayed. I just had it and then I was listening to y'all and I forgot it. Like delayed disobedience is.
Delayed obedience is still disobedience.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then
shout out to Philip Payne, by the way, because Philip Payne is the one who first told me that.
Shout out.
There was one that was like you being humble and prideful. I forgot which one that was, and you're talking about like one of the disciples or someone, and I just remember like looking back. I don't remember what it exactly said, but like I don't know. I remember that.
I love that. I'm glad.
It was really good.
That's cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I've got a flight. What time do we have to wake up tomorrow? We have to leave at 4:45.
4:45.
Yeah, Jason Eagle's flying home. New transfer, and that's all we're gonna say. I'm sad to leave. I'll start crying. So what I want Braddock to do, you've had a couple questions. I want you to ask the questions you have, and your dad and I are gonna answer them.
Okay, I'll do that. Don't make fun of me on my questions.
Okay, we
guys,
promise that we will.
I locked
we
my
will
notes.
ridicule you.
I locked my notes just to be fancy with it.
Cool,
okay.
thanks, Braddock.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
I did John 3. Wait. John. What is it?
John 3:16.
John 3:16. I
Okay.
did that.
Okay.
And then like don't put like Jesus in the box
Okay.
and stuff like that. And then the questions is like who is Jesus to you?
Okay.
Describe him.
You want to start?
Well, yeah.
That's a great question.
Who's Jesus to me?
That's a great question.
I think so often we talk about the relationship that Nicodemus has with God, and it's really it's very intellectual. It's very scholarly, and I would hope. It's hard because if you ask me, well, hey, describe your relationship with your child or your friend, I can do that.
Yeah.
When you're saying, hey, describe your relationship with the Savior, it's like, oh man, you're asking me to go real vulnerable. You're asking me to go like real deep.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want to get real, dude. We're in Seguin.
I would say this, Braddock. My relationship with him is life. There have been so many times and so many things that have happened to me in my life, especially just in the last few years, where I have had to rely on him and his strength and his love and his promises so much. So, I don't know if I've ever known him more intimately than I do now. I don't know what to describe other than the fact that, like, he truly is, like, my source, and what peace I do have, he's that. He's somebody that I wish everybody could know. And
that's why we named it People Must Know.
Yeah.
People must know about Jesus. That's why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's motivating us, and we have a lot going on in our lives, don't we, Jared? Yesterday, did you stop from, what time did you wake up?
6:30 until...
It was, you got 8 kids here.
Yeah.
You've got a full-time job, stress. We went one thing after another. You cooked a meal with your kids. Boom, went boom, 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 podcast, and we got done at what time? 10.
10, yeah.
10:30?
10:30, it was 10:30.
Same thing today, right?
Yeah.
But people must know about Jesus Christ. And I love that question. I love that answer. Just the way you said that. I don't know why I'm crying.
Thank you.
Season 1, man.
Okay, how about you, Jason?
Say the question one more time.
How would you describe Jesus?
Who's Jesus to you?
Or who's Jesus to you?
He's just a friend in my mind. A friend. You know how you have those like little like older role models? Like I wouldn't say like I have like those old man role models. Like you're like that old man's dope. I want to be like him.
Yeah.
But you also have those like role models that are like 4 or 5 years older than you, and you're like, guy's like always been really nice and everything, and you don't you respect him a lot. You don't like get into arguments with him because you know he's wise and he's not too far away where he like where you just like don't remember when he was your age, and you're like, okay, well you just came out of this and you like just evolved of where I am, and that's
very relatable.
He's a friend.
He's a friend.
Yeah.
And Braddock is a good friend. That's one thing I've learned is you go to his school and people love Braddock because he's a good friend. To me, Jesus is Grace at 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful, right?
Jesus is AJ when she says thank you. Jesus is you when you like stand up for what's right. Jesus is Braddock when it's like when he's not being a little frickin' poop stain.
Poop stain?
And he's just like so humble, and like he doesn't even I think fully understand how gifted he is and how in tune he is. Jesus is Rawson when like how much he learns and understands things and picks things up. He's Knox with how much he cares, even though you may not think he does, because he's such a leader, right? And so smart.
He's all heart.
He's heart, man. And like he comes across like Jesus is probably like had this figure, like when Knox is walking at the track meet, he looks like a Greek god out there, and people are like, you can see like, whoa. But if we behind closed doors, what people don't see is Knox is the first one that gave me a hug after I got a job.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you got the job. And he gave me a hug. That's Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus is Finley singing today. Jesus is Archer having my back and guarding the door so Harlan can't come in and Jesus, I want food. You know, Jesus is Gates and just like how meek he is and how like Christ. Yeah, thanks, Braddock. And yeah, that is Jesus to me. It's these people that I've gotten to know and love, and it's fun like through these episodes. It's like my kids. It's Ellie and Chad. It's how strong they're being, even though they may not understand everything. Can you imagine being tasked with the mission Christ did?
Yeah.
And going down and knowing you're going to get crucified. This whole time he knows what's coming.
And know that these very people who you are speaking to will eventually turn on you.
Will turn on and will not understand, even though you kept teaching them over and over and over and over and over again. It's like on this episode, he keeps walking with them and being like, guys, you can trust me. And then it's like, yeah, they'll someday be 12. They're like, huh? Or something. He's like, you'll see. He knows what's coming, yet he was so present and so involved with their lives. And that's what I love. And let's just get to the very end of this. Jesus, at the very end, it's the woman at the well. And I think we're all her. We've all sinned, right?
Oh, that's who and I think that's where, I think that's why he, out of everybody that he could have declared himself the Messiah to, it was her.
It was her.
It had to have been her.
And describe what you said or taught earlier, what that she represented. I thought that was brilliant.
Well, in the Old Testament, there's the book of Hosea. And Hosea is one of the minor prophets. And there's this allegory. It's the story.
Okay.
That Hosea marries Gomer.
Okay.
And that's his wife. That's a beautiful name, Gomer, for a woman. But she quickly turns on him.
Okay.
And commits terrible adultery to everybody.
Yep.
And Hosea is essentially a love letter to Gomer.
Okay.
Telling her how much he loves her, calling her to repentance, but like, I'll always love you. Come back. Just come back. Here's what you're doing.
Huh.
Here's how you're hurting yourself.
Huh.
But I'll be here. I'll be here when you repent. And again, she's this very, very like she in the episode whenever she was talking to her the woman at the well was talking to her fifth husband.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, who's this Tom? I want to be this tomcat that you like put in your clutches this time.
Yeah.
And Gomer was like that.
Yeah.
And we know that Christ represents the bridegroom.
Yep.
And Hosea in that story represents Jehovah. He represents Jesus. And Gomer represents Israel, who has gone away from Jehovah to be adulterous with other gods. And so that story in Hosea, I believe in a lot of ways parallels this woman at the well story, that here comes the Messiah, the bridegroom, and he declares himself the Messiah to this adulterous woman. To say, you know what? I'm your living water. And her accepting him and her saying, I'm going to tell everybody, is very much Israel, God's chosen people, those people who will choose him. This is Gomer coming back to Hosea.
That's cool.
This is the representation of that. It comes full circle. And I don't know, there's a book and then there's a movie, Redeeming Love, that's out. It's kind of like a modern take on the story of Hosea.
Okay.
But that whole idea of Christ is coming he's coming to the lowest of low.
Yeah.
The St. Leos, they were like, who did he come to first? Like,
who were the first that were told about Jesus? Because who did he tell about his ministry? What were their social status? Our friends at St. Leo and their Dive Deeper podcast breakdown.
You have the woman at the well.
Yep.
A Samaritan adulterer.
Yeah.
Is the first who gets
5
to know.
times adulterer.
Yes. Who gets to know, who's currently in adultery.
Yeah.
Like, I have left you, husband, and I'm living with someone else.
Yeah.
And she's the first person he tells.
No one will even look at her in the face.
No.
She can't go around town, and she knows it, but it's so frustrating. It's all of us, though.
Mm-hmm. And that conversation was so. I feel like that conversation is important for us to really dive into because of what he's offering her. Or he says he asked her to give him a drink, and then he's like, well, actually, if you knew who I was, you'd ask me for a drink.
Yep.
And she's like, oh, you better than Jacob? And he's like,
I
know Jacob.
Yeah.
And if you drink that water, you're going to be thirsty again. But if you drink mine, you'll never thirst again.
It's infinite.
And that's true. Like, I don't go shopping when it comes to religion, when it comes to my faith. I'm not going to go shopping for a new God because my thirst isn't there. I thirst after him and after his truth, but I'm not looking for a new truth. I'm not looking for my truth. I'm looking for his truth.
Yep.
Whatever
to understand
his
truth better.
And as we're all hypocrites,
We
like
are.
I fail at that.
Yep.
I don't live up to that expectation every day, and that's why I love him so much.
Yep.
And that's why I don't know if I would ever go shopping. Like, he is living water.
Yep.
And he can cure us.
I think of the ocean. How infinite it is. I think we're made up of 70% water, right? I've heard. And so much of things are about water.
Yeah.
Right? And you think about how much water there is, and he is the living water. He's beyond all of that. And it gives me hope that anybody can be cleansed.
Yeah.
Anybody.
I go back to a little earlier in the episode where they are in that little square about to leave. And they're about to leave Capernaum. And Jesus, and they're like, oh, is everybody here? And they're like, yeah, everybody's here. And he's like, is there nobody else?
Yeah.
And Nicodemus
is around the corner.
Is around the corner, and he is distraught. And then whenever Simon finds the money, and Jesus says, that was left here by a friend of mine, he still calls him a friend.
That's true.
And he says out loud, you are so close. It's because he chose not to drink. He chose not to drink from the living water.
Yep.
And Nicodemus...
He did it first, and that was the previous episode he did, and he felt it, but then can dry out pretty quick if we're not constantly filling our cups.
Well, yeah. That's why whenever I said the once saved, always saved, like, true to an extent.
Yep.
But you have to keep.
You do.
You have to keep that faith going, or it will dry up. You have to keep drinking from the living water, not because you're thirsty again, but because it continually heals you.
That's right. And once you do, you just want to go share that water with everyone.
Yeah.
And that's what I think I love from this, and we see that in so many scriptural accounts, is like that change of heart happens, and then you just want to share it. I love that. Okay, two more questions, and we're gonna end this. I think that's beautiful. Give us two more questions.
Okay, what's your first interaction with your faith? Like your first big struggle.
Ooh. And then what's your last question? I want to think of that, and then I want to think of the last one, and then we'll do a close with people us know. What's your first?
If you were going to see Jesus, what would you say or ask?
Okay, so let me give you my first one.
Okay.
My first real interaction with my faith. You see, right now, people don't know, but they will know. People must know that you are looking at 2 8th grade district district track meet champions right here, Braddock and I.
You were an 8th grade district champion?
I was in pole vaulting.
What? And Braddock was just in the 100 meter hurdle.
Yeah.
You freaking out like a gazelle.
And I want to share this little story with you guys. My family, my brothers pole vault. A lot of them did, and they were really good. And I sucked at it, but because I was a large pole vaulter. Let's just say that. Okay. I was a large pole vaulter, and my brother was on a mission for our church, and he was a really great pole vaulter, fantastic. And I wrote him and I said, hey, like, what should I know about pole vaulting? And he wrote back, James 4:10. That was his answer. And James 4:10 is, humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. And when I read that, I was like, that doesn't really help me with like strategy or anything. But I knew something got put in me that I needed to fast. Every track meet day, think about that. I was running the 200. I was running in the 800 meter relay, and I pole vaulted and I fasted because I wanted to, not because I wanted to win, but I wanted to do my best. Like I wanted to actually like get this down. And I sucked. I never placed. I got opening height a couple times, but not really. But every track meet I fasted. And every track meet I fasted. The district meet came, and I knew it. It got put in my heart that you're going to win first place.
Yeah.
Closest I ever got was 5th. And this is why I'm so happy my parents recorded this. Long story short, I just started going over, to the point where it was between me and the guy who won every meet, Aaron Kinnemer from Artesia. Artesia Bulldogs. Unless you are one of their listeners from Artesia, we love you.
We love you.
But Aaron was, and I don't even remember, it was like 9'6" or 10 feet. It was like high. I was like, what in the world am I doing?
And you're in 8th grade?
Yeah, I'm in 8th grade.
How tall were you? Not Braddock size.
Not Braddock size. I was a little shorter. I was probably 5'10". No, I was probably 5'10".
Knox.
Yeah, so I was probably Knox's size in 8th grade. Except I was larger than Knox.
Yeah.
I was probably like
of course you
190
were.
to 190 or 200 at 5'10".
Yeah, I'm 6'1.5".
And
190.
it was interesting. It was like we both couldn't get over this one height, and it was my last and final attempt. And watching, and I don't remember it as well as I do from the video though. I remember standing there, and I remember just saying a prayer, like, okay, God, I've done everything you've told me to do, and I'm just gonna do this, and you're just gonna lift me up, and I know you are.
That's cool.
And
that's so cool.
And I
expect miracles.
And I knew it. I waited, and I almost went, and I was like, nope, this isn't the time. And I felt it. The Lord's like, now.
Let's go.
And I went, and I got over it. And you can see Aaron's face. He's like, oh. He was so mad. And he went up, When after I landed, after I landed, I ran over to my friends and they're all celebrating, and I was like, it's like, guys, James 4:10, James 4:10.
That's cool.
And Aaron went, and he didn't make it, and I was District Champ. And my dad videotaped me, and he's like, oh, like big video camera, and he's like, well, what do you have to say? I'm like, humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up.
You have it on video.
Yeah.
We gotta if you can get that, it would be really cool for producer Ash to put that in.
It's on
the
CD.
video.
It's on a CD somewhere down there.
Okay, well, that would be really.
Or
Don't you
DVD.
think that'd be cool?
Yeah, that'd be great
for the video
For sure.
part of it.
Yeah, and you know, even a little bit after that is whenever I kind of lost my faith, and I went into a real faith crisis.
Yep.
But I can never deny the power of fasting. That was my first interaction with my faith, and here I am at 41, talking about a time whenever I was your age, that solidified my faith.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that solidified my faith.
Is that the first time you've said that story in that way? Or did you just like...
I never thought of it the way that he asked it.
That's cool.
So whenever he asked it, like, what was my first interaction? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I've never heard that story before.
That's really cool. Well, now that will be forever for your kids to listen to. Isn't that what's so cool about the internet?
Yeah.
That's a memory they'll always have. Shout out to Marilyn. That's family history right there. See?
Yes, it
Full
is.
circle of life. That's
Oh
for you,
my
Marilyn.
gosh. Okay, how about you, Jason? First interaction with your faith?
I remember I was preparing for my mission. And like I was at this stage Rawson's at right now. Just a couple months before. And yeah, I just remember I've been given the gift of faith. It's something I'm grateful for. I just believe, and it just feels right, and I know, and it's unshakable. I'm so grateful for that. But this was like really like one of those, like, I had to test my faith, and it was like, okay, you're gonna get your call soon. You gotta do the choices that you need to do to get the call. There was a girl I was dating at the time. She had a glass eye. True story. I don't even remember that. It was
Awesome.
Haley from Malta, Idaho. She's beautiful.
If you're listening and you still have that glass eye, I'd like to see a picture of it.
Yeah, she was awesome.
I'm sure it's beautiful.
But like things like sped up. Like we were reading that P blessed to each other level.
Ship it over.
Oh, okay. So you're to the point where you're sharing some intimate spiritual details.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of want a glass eye. Is that weird?
No, not at all.
A little
Shout out
bit.
to all the glass eye fans. How many do we have? 14, 15?
14.
14 and a half.
The comments are going crazy.
I see a lot of hearts in your head.
The comments are going crazy.
No, but like I remember it's General Conference weekend, and I was in Malta or Burley. We were in Burley at her dad's house, and I remember like we were kissing quite a bit, and it was probably a little too much, and then I like left feeling sick to my stomach. Felt sick to my stomach, and it was like, and I had to drive. I was gonna go watch Priesthood with my old boss Vern Murray. In Pocatello, Idaho.
So you're gonna watch the General Men's Ministry for our church
on Satterfield Road.
Okay.
My 2 kids lived about 6 houses down. This guy lived. He was a mentor to me, Vern Murray. And I remember I showed up. I drove from Burley there, and I was feeling sick. And I was like, I just wasn't listening. I was just living my own life, and it was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And I remember that was the conference that Elder Bednar, one of our apostles at the time, he said, like, if you want to become a missionary, the best way to prepare for a mission, is to become a missionary now. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Remember that talk?
I do.
Yeah.
Become a missionary now, and that hit me. I'm sitting next to Vern Murray, legend, and like. He probably elbowed me or did something funny. But I just remember it woke me up. It woke my soul up. And I was like, I am all in. You talk about last night's episode about what are you willing to give up?
That's a question.
What are you willing to give up? It was like, am I willing to give her up to do this? And I loved this girl. I mean, again, we were here very intimate details at age 18 with each other.
Yeah.
Right? I don't remember any of those details at this point, but like, are you willing to give up this thing you love so much? And like, oh, I'm gonna go marry this one and get married. You know, we had dated like, what, 3 weeks? It's just a classic Jason Clarke, you know, all-in experience. But yeah, I had to really test my faith, and my full circle is just like, I had to put her on the altar and say, it's over. And that night I did. I did a Matthew moment and I left. That was it. I never saw her again. Never talked to her again.
It's interesting that the Lord does that.
Interesting.
That it is. What would you be willing to give up?
Yep.
And you had to give up one relationship for another.
But it felt like everything. It felt like my whole world.
Well, at 18, 19, that is everything.
Yeah, it was everything.
Online at 40, it's everything too.
It is, but isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, are we Nicodemus or are we Matthew? And I think that's this whole season. Why I love. That's how I want to end this. That's how I want to end this. The way I love that they wrote this was like Nicodemus, Matthew, and Peter, or Simon. And it's these choices. Are you willing to give it all up? And Simon does, but he does it in a way that's like Simon's way. Matthew does in Matthew's way. Nicodemus wants to, but doesn't. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, people must know, Jared, I'm just going to say mine, and then I want you to close for us, man. I want you to take us home. People must know that, like, going all in for Christ will pay off. And it's time to follow it. Like, there's so many Christians out there who are not acting like Christians.
Yeah.
They're acting like Pharisees. And they're pointing at other people's stuff, and they're like, well, I'm going to keep this, but I'm not going to serve him the way that he wants us to. I'm going to do it my way.
You mean cafeteria Christianity?
Kind of like that, yeah. But it's like over and over and over in the Bible and in scriptures, it's like you go all in. He invites you to give your whole heart to him, to not worry about the fishes, because he can take care of those. So people must know that it pays off to go all in with Christ. And if you need to watch it through The Chosen, which has helped us feel that more, awesome. If you want to read the scriptures and words of God, awesome. If you want to pray, that's how you'll feel it. You do that, and then when you start to serve people, that's really what it comes down to. Everything fails without charity. People must know that the number one way you take that step is to forget yourself and serve others.
Yeah.
Can I have people must know?
People must know, and then take us home. Will you do that? Brad, right there, pal.
Oh, right here?
I'm stepping off.
Let's go.
And when you're done, you step off.
I think people must know Jesus is a friend, and he's someone to look up to, and someone that won't judge you, and someone that will carry you the rest of the way you need to be carried, and he'll help you out with all you need. That's what people want us to know.
Shout out to Braddock.
Thanks, Braddock.
Take us home, Jared. Take as much time as you need. When Jared's teaching like this is when he shines. And then after you're done, I will be eating the world's hottest gummy bear.
And I will be sucking on
Okay, watch out. Hey, camera.
You know what? Braddock asked an interesting question. Braddock said, if you could have a conversation, if you could have a conversation with Christ, like if you had a question for him, what would you ask? Is that what it was?
If you were going to see Jesus for the first time, what would you say / ask?
If I was going to see Jesus for the first time, what would I say / ask?
You look great, by the way.
Man. I guess here's the thing, Braddock. Just like what Jason said, I have seen him. I've seen him through so many people.
Yeah.
I've seen him through the heart and the love of others. Yeah. I've seen him in my pain. I've seen him in my love. I see him now. So I think what would I say or ask is continue to have some mercy on me. And keep blessing me with your grace. And I would tell him how thankful I am. And to keep teaching me how to love with reckless abandon, and to keep my heart as open as he can through whatever trials and adversity life gives me, that I can better be like him. I guess that's my ultimate goal. And hopefully I can keep going till the end. I hope one day, whenever I see Christ again, truly see him, that I can be like that scripture in the Gospels, where it's, well done, thou good and faithful servant. And that's what I would love to hear from him, not, you were so close. So what people must know is that intention doesn't matter. It's what you actually do.
Amen.
You can have intention all day long, like Nicodemus had intention all day long.
Yep.
But it was Matthew. It was the tax collector. It was the person who turned his back on his own people for years. It was Simon who was willing to backstab his own brothers for good things because he had good intentions. But it's those people who, when called, they acted. They weren't perfect. And it doesn't really matter. Because at the end of the day, like, Christ just wants your heart, everyone.
He wants you to walk with him, not just talk with him. Right?
Yeah, he wants you to be beside him. He wants you to be there when you're he wants to be there when you're praying. He wants to be there when you're in action.
That's right.
The Lord helps his people when they're in action, when they're in movement.
That's right.
But when they're just sitting still,
or reading a bunch of quotes, you can't do it. It's in the service that you perform. I would say I've never felt. I can't say never. Let me rephrase that. I rarely feel like the Holy Ghost or Jesus at church. It's rare. Church doesn't do that for me. The place where I feel him the most, and I recognize him the most, is when I'm out working. When I'm serving my fellow man, when I'm having a one-on-one conversation with somebody, when I notice somebody's having a bad day and I'm trying to help them smile, or whenever I'm in the pits of despair and all of a sudden a guy who I sort of had a relationship with needs a place to stay. And I would never have known that there was I would never have known that God would send an angel. And I would, it was that of who?
And I would say this: whenever John is described as creepy John with his wild hair, the man out in the wilderness.
I'm getting a cut Friday. I have money now.
Prepare the way of the Lord, make his path straight. I didn't realize the Lord would send me a little John the Baptist, especially probably where I could have went into a very, very, very dark place. And it's interesting, every time that I'm about to crash spiritually, the Lord has been able to send an angel in the form of, for me, Jason Clark, right now. And so what I would say is,
Adder on high, the God that sees us. I feel seen right now.
The Spirit, that's how the Spirit works. he works through people. He works when we're in action. So if people must know that, you need to go out there and love and serve everybody.
It's brother.
And you know the very last scene of episode 8 of season 1, whenever Peter says, "So it's time," and he looks at Jesus, and Jesus is like, "It's time," and Peter's yes, like he's finally ready.
Yeah. Oh.
And
he's an impatient guy.
That's how I felt when someone finally accepted to do a podcast with me.
Yeah.
You know how many people have been trying? Like I'm like, let's go, and God's like, it's time.
And
He's ready.
And
like, yes.
And I would say after watching this episode 8 and having this last 6-week transfer, Jason, that I would say, guess what?
I gotta go to sleep now.
I would just say it's time.
I'm so tired.
So
do I get to see my kids soon?
You know that last song, Jason. Whenever it's like trouble.
Yeah.
Let's go get into some good trouble.
Let's do it.
And so that's the invitation, everybody. Go get in some good trouble for Christ.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in season 2.
Yes, we will. Now it's time. We're gonna eat the world's hottest gummy bear.
And suck on Satan's toe.
You can sit here or you can leave, but
please sit here. You sucking on it with me.
Okay, you're sucking this toe of Satan.
Hey, do I have to bite it? Or...
I don't know. It says how long can you suck it?
One of them?
Yeah, go get them. Go get your brothers.
By the way.
Crap. Hey, put that back in.
Hey, give me a hug, bro. I'm not a hugger.
Well, I am. So
what a frickin' season, man! Wow, we did it. Whew.
That was a lot. So now I'm gonna.
Ash, or if not you, Braddock, right? But we need you. I think she's ready.
No, Ash, we need you.
We do. We need you to take everything, all the recordings, and we're gonna drop it on you, and we will drop all this like a binged episode. Probably 2 parts. I bet. Don't you think? We do episodes 1 through 4, like when she gets it professionally edited. Do we have any comments on there, by the way?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
If we did, I would.
All right, here we go. Okay, so here we go.
And it's still going.
It is. Oh, I know. We want it to keep going. We promised the people we'd be eating this at the end. So, this is from Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear. Consumer beware. This is not your ordinary gummy bear. From Flamethrower Candy Company comes the next experience for those who seek the
unless
heat.
you're gonna suck on the toe, can you move
Little Nitro has been infused with our signature 9 million Scoville unit chili extract, making him 900 times. Do you hear that? 900 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Yep. Okay, guys.
Hey, thank you.
I want to watch it, but I don't want to be here.
Yeah, you can watch it from this side.
Go and sit there and eat that with me.
Are you gonna eat this?
Or go lay down. Go lay down. Go back downstairs and lay down.
Hey, Knox, I'll just suck on it and you can watch me.
I'm gonna be like right here.
Wait,
I gotta watch you suck on what?
Satan's toe.
Hey, and it's being recorded, so
yeah, we're live.
We're live right now.
Oh, okay.
So
is this wait? What is the Motion Picture Association give this a rating? Is this like PG or PG-13?
This is not safe for home. Did you just drop Satan's toe?
No, I
okay.
mad at me.
Okay,
There's an actual website, toeofsatan.com. The toeofsatan.com. It's from the Flamethrower Candy Company, LLC, St. Louis, Missouri. This costs us $11.
Should we say like this is not suitable for children under the age of 17?
I think so. Now's the time kids go to sleep. This is the after hours.
I'm under 17.
This is your trigger warning here.
Okay, this isn't gonna be fun. This again is 900 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Your eyes are watering already.
Well, we just had the most incredible episode.
Hey, he's about to be crying again.
I thought it was from the smell.
Hey, no way you'll just like eat that straight away.
Hey, smell it.
You want to bet? You want to bet?
Yeah, no, like you gotta chew it, you gotta like savor it, and then you gotta swallow it.
It says, we want you to make the best Lil Nitro video on the internet. Post your video to YouTube with the hashtag Lil Nitro Challenge for a chance to be featured on our website and social media platforms. Fully chew this fiery bear and see if you can handle the heat. Can you go for a full 5 minutes without relief?
Hey, y'all know that spicy chip?
You got the timer?
Y'all know that spicy chip?
Yep.
This is...
That was 1 million Scoville, you said.
This is 9 million.
I don't know what it is.
This.
I'm not looking at
Okay,
that.
ready? So look at the toe of Satan package,
Oh, okay.
and you
Oh,
got
it sat on it.
Okay, give it to Knox to read the back.
Yeah, read the bag.
Okay, I'm getting ready.
Okay, if we find our candy company,
Give me like 5 seconds before you do it.
Okay, well, we're in the middle of like a...
No, it's good. People are just chilling. We're in a family. Oh gosh.
Wait, let me smell it.
You can't really smell it, but I know. Like, will I be able to sleep tonight before
Can
my
I feel
flight?
it?
I don't know.
Oh!
This is not going to be good, is it?
It's gonna hurt your
So,
intestines, bro.
Before Jason leaves,
You're not gobbling this up.
They said I have to chew it.
You better chew it. No. Like, I squeezed it and then put it on my tongue and started burning.
I got it. Done.
Oh!
Okay.
He's right!
Okay.
Like,
Before
put it down for a
Jason
second.
leaves,
Like, put it down. Now put your fingers on your
I'm
nose.
going to be.
Well, then you better not
Wait,
eat that.
Jason, are you sucking on Satan's toe? What are you
No,
doing?
I'm sucking on the toe,
eating
and
the
he's
world's
biting
hottest
it.
gummy bear.
I'm not.
The world's hottest gummy bear.
9 million Scoville cost $11.
Yeah, that
He's
little
sucking on
gummy-
Satan's toe. Ready?
Okay,
Here we
when's
go.
this gonna happen?
Wait, no, not
Let's
me.
go. Let's go. Same time. I'm not going
Jacob,
alone.
How are you, buddy?
Hey, someone set a timer for 5 minutes.
Hey, Jacob Pinkston's watching.
All right, Jacob Pinkston.
5 minutes.
Oh wait! Also, Jacob, if you are
Sorry,
watching,
Austin.
just be sure to tell your mother we will not be there for 7:30 in the morning. Knox has a track meet. I have other things. It's a.
You have nothing
He'll be
to say.
holding me
Hey,
tonight.
5 minutes.
Here we go.
Someone set a timer.
Someone got a timer?
Can you suck a toe for
Set a
5
timer!
minutes? I know
Here we
you
go.
can.
We've got it. 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Mine's harder.
How bad is that? 5 minutes. Can you last 5 minutes?
Okay. This is nothing.
That's nothing.
Nothing.
You have
There's
no taste
nothing more
buds.
in there. Yeah, don't flip him off.
There's no flipping off. Satan.
Okay.
Just because
so-
I got no reaction.
Oh, do you think it's gonna? You think it's really nothing?
No, I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
you're just trying to like not.
What is it, Jason?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Something's happening to me.
If you throw up, you gotta clean it
Something's
up.
happened. Something's happened.
Something's happened in here.
Give him milk!
Yeah, can you go? Can you go? What am I doing?
Don't spit it.
Hey, you got 2 more minutes. 3 more minutes.
Okay, now how hot are these?
5 minutes, no relief.
Yeah, how hot are these? Tell us how hot.
You've done 2 minutes already.
Wait, they're 900 what?
9 million Scoville.
9 million.
I can't. I don't think I'm gonna make 5 minutes.
So the jalapeno is how much?
It's. Will you read this?
I can't.
Oh,
Okay.
Jason, no.
So 5 minutes?
No, give me that shit. Stop.
Give me it! No, don't.
Hey!
You can't.
What's
Okay,
going on in
what-
my? What's going on?
Okay, a jalapeno. This is 900 times hotter than a jalapeno. 900 times hotter than a jalapeno. No, keep going. Keep going.
Yell like a baby.
Okay, hey, 3 minutes left. 3 minutes
No,
left.
no, have you said?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes
Hey,
left.
hold it. Hey, are you, Braddock? Are
Jason,
you okay?
stop. Right here's it.
Are you alive, Braddock? Jason, you were sweating. Look at all that sweat. This is so great. Thank you.
It won't go away!
Braddock, don't yell.
Braddock, stop. Braddock, stop. Braddock, go into Zen. Braddock, go into Zen mode.
How much to know, guys?
You're.
Don't drink my milk!
Hold up. Let me get the clock up. Let me get the clock up. You have 2.5. You have 1.5 minutes left.
Oh, you got this. You got this, big guy.
1.5 minutes
look at all the
left.
sweat. Look at all the
1.5
sweat.
minutes left.
Will you turn off the fan, or is that relief?
Hey, someone get.
You just turn on the fan for us.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, Knox.
Oh, that's for us. Oh, wow. Wow.
Are you slobbering, bro? Chew on that.
You okay?
You put your tongue on this!
Don't yell.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Hey, you have less than a minute left. Less than a minute left.
Less than a minute left here.
You have less than a minute.
You have this.
Put your tongue on this.
No, this is Jason.
Look at this. This is power. This is power right here. Wow, you were a Jedi Knight.
Oh,
look at
you
all the
blowing on
sweat.
me is really helping. I hate
Look at the
talking.
sweat. Look at all the
Don't talk.
sweat.
Can you want some chips?
You want some chips with the sauce?
Hey, I need the clock. I need the clock. I need the clock.
Hey, can you go with the Bluebell peachy ice cream?
Oh wow.
Can you go with the peachy ice cream?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
please.
drooling over
I
there.
need peachy
Hey,
ice cream.
15 seconds.
Go
I
get
have
the
15
peach
seconds
ice
left.
cream.
15,
Someone
14,
go get the ice cream.
13.
Oh, wait.
11, 10.
Would you please go get me
8.
Go get me peachy ice cream.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Mom, I love you.
1. 5 minutes.
I'm so
5
sorry,
minutes.
Dad.
Take the milk.
I'm so
Take
sorry.
the milk.
I'll do
5
anything to
minutes.
see my kids again. Never.
5
This
minutes.
is harder than
5
a part.
minutes. Go. 5 minutes.
You better let me have some of that.
No. Hey.
Yeah.
You made it
Is that
5
better?
minutes.
Yeah, it can't be better already.
It just
Oh, you're dying. Oh wow. Do you know your name?
no.
Look at your eyes, like they're swollen.
Hey, I got peachy ice cream to go.
Oh wow.
Do you mind?
That's like getting.
Woohoo!
5 minutes, and Braddock isn't even done sucking on Satan's toe.
Braddock, listen.
Oh no!
Hey, Brad. Brad, take a drink. Please. Please.
No way we don't win the best video, bro.
Is that good, Jason?
Dad!
Shut up, Knox.
Dad, you should have a lick!
It still hurts really bad.
No, someone taste this!
And we're still alive for the record. Okay. I'm gonna be okay.
Where's your milk?
Everything's gonna get better from now on.
That made all your problems just go away real fast.
I hope so. Tomorrow the judge is gonna end this. Silly. Okay. Don't talk. I can't say that, can I?
Yeah, I'm
We already gave the rating.
Give me a spoon.
Okay. Yes, no, it's so bad. Why is it still going?
Oh, it's gonna keep burning for a while.
Why though? Why is it?
Hey, sugar. No,
But
sugar.
why?
Go get sugar. Go get sugar.
This is not
Go
fun.
get
This is
sugar.
getting worse.
Okay, hey, wait. I'm gonna get sugar.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Shut up.
Bro, I hate bears. Ugh. I think my snot just went in the Bluebell. Maybe I'll get E. coli again. I feel so sick to my stomach. Oh, that sushi and the nasty edamame and now this? Oh, Braddock, what are we doing? Why is it still making
drink! Get up!
I need chips and sugar really bad. It hurts really bad. Like, really does, guys.
Is Braddock's pin
Like-
not 2, 2, and 3?
Jason, I know the pain.
It should be.
Why is it still hurting so bad, Rawson?
Braddock, what is your pin?
Hey, I locked you out.
Okay.
With your pin.
Thank you, dude.
This is a concoction.
Is it just sugar?
Sugar, milk, corn syrup. Just drink and eat that.
Thank you, Rawson. I'm gonna throw up, I think. Will it make me throw up?
It might, but try not to because it'll bring all the
Oh, it's
capsaicin back
still,
up.
it's still so hot!
It'll bring the capsaicin back up. You cannot throw up.
Hey, Jason, just put your mouth under the faucet and keep it there, and it gets all the spicy out.
I'm doing it for the gram. I feel so sick to my stomach.
Hey,
What's going on in my stomach now? I think I'm gonna throw up.
Jason, no.
Don't because all the spicy will come right back up. Jason, you can't or you're gonna stay spicy. You will stay spicy if you throw up.
Hey,
because
go
it'll all
get
come
bread.
back up.
Go get bread.
Go get bread now.
I just got the sugar. You get the
I
bread.
just got the ice cream in the milk.
Oh my gosh.
Get bread.
I will run.
It still burns!
It still hurts so bad. Guys, I don't feel good.
900. You're shaking. It's like 900.
Jason, 9 million!
Don't talk like that.
Sorry.
Your voice is.
Sorry.
It hurts right here. I need chips. Can you go get chips?
What is in there? What'd you
No, just trust Rawson. Guys, I don't feel good.
You don't feel good still?
I feel like I'm gonna die.
It feels like you're gonna die.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we
Jason.
Jason. 900 million on the juice shell.
This is the only bread I can find.
Poor dude.
That's why it sucks.
Here, go eat it both. Eat one at a time. Here, one at a time.
I'm gonna throw up.
Don't throw up.
Doesn't help. I don't like chewing.
How much longer is it? It sucks so bad.
Oh.
When's it gonna stop?
I give it about half an hour.
No.
What?
Yeah, probably.
And then it won't full. When I did the chip, it didn't end for it. Like I still felt tinglies for almost 3 hours after.
No, you didn't. I don't feel good.
I don't know. That's a bad idea. Hey, Jason, whatever you do not throw up, or you're gonna have to experience the spicy all over again.
Stop the video. We're still live.
I can't turn it off.
I can't turn it off.
Guys, I can't turn this off.
Where's my monster?
Where's my monster? Guys, how do I turn this off?
Here.
Gee, guys.
I don't feel good. I gotta take
Push that.
I gotta take my pants off. Here, I got the camera down at least.
Okay, you gotta turn off the thing.
Someone turn it off.
Oh gosh. What do I do?
Hey,
No, don't throw up.
Turn that off.
I can't. But now it's the Rossi
Y'all are
show.
terrible.
My pants are off.
Your pants are off.
Hey, just put your mouth under
Hey,
the.
Braddock, is this camera off?
Yeah.
No.
Turn off the sound though.
I don't know if I can.
It's gonna burn coming that up.
Imagine if taking a shit tomorrow. Funny. Hey, Jesse, you throw up. Jesse, throw up. Everything's off.
Actually. Of course.
I like that. I'll take that back.
Sarah just liked the video.
Jason, did you eat the bread? It helps. I don't think I can keep the solid down.
Hey, do not throw up or it's gonna be spicy all over again.
Stop gagging!
If you shit yourself. If you poop on yourself.
What did they say to do on Google?
I don't know. I'm not Googling that. Who's Googling that?
Please.
Just live life, guys. Live life.
Hey, you know that's pretty BTR.
That's true.
It's all for the gram, right, Jason?
No. It's the dumbest thing. Internet's the dumbest thing in the world. I hate the internet. Oh, I'm the dumbest person in the world.
Oh, he's
It's probably gonna hop in a cold shower.
Here, can you turn that off? Turn off the voice.
Hey, you like this?
It's muted.
Check that out. Tractor. Okay, well.
Hey, anybody have like actual money?
I have actual money.
How much?
Like $140.
Can you give Finley $10? Can I have $10, please?
You already owe me 75.
Cool. Can I have $10 for Finn?
Can you split it?
No.
Oh, wow. Wow.
There you go. 85.
That's so funny.
How was that, Braddock?
Don't talk to me.
So both your girlfriends are watching this video.
Did Gabby comment on it?
Kiara and Gabby? Just
Funny.
Oh, my kidneys! They're feeling it.
Look. Dude.
I was just drooling.
Stay strong, Jason.
Someone give me Pepto-Bismol? I don't have that, do I?
No.
We don't have that, you privilege, my boy. If I feel this during the weight room tomorrow, I'm gonna rage.
Probably will.
Hey, I love y'all.
Hey, is there Pepto down there? Do you know?
I don't. Actually, maybe. It's the best answer I can give you right now. I think this is pretty BTR. I think what would be more BTR is Knox's bed.
True. So you enjoy.
I'm trying.
Veronica, you're gonna have to clean that floor up before you go to bed.
Yep. Oh, I just tasted my fingertips. Now, are you talking about this? I don't even know how it works yet.
And then I would like my computer set back up before you go to bed. Let me find.
What's your
Can you
computer?
take this downstairs?
What computer?
No, they can. Let me. I need to go over. Just put it right here.
No, here, put it right here and I'll put it all down. Hey, Knox, don't do that, please. No. Watermelon sugar high. Hey. I don't know how to save our audio, and Dad said he wants the computer back down. So, whenever. Yeah. I don't want to lick and touch any of my hands.
You want this?
Pepto-Bismol?
I got pills.
Yeah.
Here's the Pepto pills. Thanks, bro. I'll put them
Here.
I'll put them right here.
How many do I take?
You can eat all 3.
Hey, Father, I have a big question.
What?
How do you feel about
Ohio.
boobies?
Huh?
Boobies.
Breast?
Titties.
Positively. Why?
Chest pillows, perhaps.
Positively. Why?
Good to know.
Why?
Well, I was just, asking your opinion.
That's not true. Why?
Just asking.
Oh, geez. Why would you say that?
Because I was just asking your opinion.
That's weird. Why would you say that?
And because you have your hands in your pants.
That's not true. I did that before.
Exactly. That's why I said it.
Can I call her the quick? That's weird. Why do you say weird stuff?